from Los Angeles, California. We're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, fuck! Oh! Hello there, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined as always by a man who has traded his pants and undies for a diaper and is currently firing arrows out of his boner. That's Jeff Clark.
Cupid arrows.
And beaming to us from the center of a chocolatey treat, the gooey, bearded pile of nougat known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo. Brat, brat.
Brat, brat, indeed, my friend. Man, 30 seconds in the show, and Shuddy Boy is already taking his clothes off.
Well, I just got home from work. I was warm. I forgot to take off my hoodie when I sat down to record.
I just remembered that it's Valentine's Day, and I wanted to titillate people on YouTube.
Well, no, then I would show my nipples.
Anybody want to watch me suck my own tits?
Jeez.
Oh no, he went for it.
It's a special day, guys. Special day.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a Monday, so myself and my lady, we observed Valentine's Day yesterday. But, Shuddy, you live with your significant other, so I imagine you had to get all your ducks in a row for today. Did you get Sharon like a limited edition He-Man toy in the hopes that she'll be like,
No,
you just have this?
I gave Sharon her Valentine's Day presents on Saturday.
It sounds dirty.
Well,
Oh, I gave her her presents, all right.
No, I bought her a tropical plant, and I didn't want the responsibility of keeping it alive from Saturday to today.
Oh, wow. Is there an earthquake happening right now?
Oh, no, I was... for some reason, I rearranged my desk a couple of weeks before last episode. So I did something that I don't know exactly what I did, but the camera does not seem like it's set up right. It's ultra wobbly, so anytime I'm touching the desk, I don't know what to do.
I must have removed a load-bearing Skeletor.
So that's all. It was just me because I was hitting the desk.
Yeah.
So we're doing dinner tonight. That's the Valentine's Day. She's not big on Valentine's Day anyway, so I skirt the rules of no Valentine's Day presents by giving them not on Valentine's Day.
Here's a plant and some He-Man. I'll keep the He-Man.
You guys going to Cheesecake Factory for dessert?
Oh.
Or for
Cheesecake
dinner tonight?
Factory is an hour away. There is not one convenient, unfortunately. And it would be really tacky for me to take her out for Valentine's Day and use my Cheesecake Factory gift card.
Yeah, actually, it would. That's a good point.
Yeah, but you guys have
Even though-
been together for a while. You can make thrifty Valentine's Day
I was
decisions,
just going
right?
to say, even though it probably would be okay, I would not feel comfortable doing it. Like, my parents got me, so for Christmas, I bought Sharon a pair of nice, really comfortable Vans sweatpants, but I bought the wrong size.
Oops, sorry, these are my size. I'll take those.
I bought her the size in women's sweatpants that she wears in men's sweatpants. So a small in women's size sweatpants are about 4 inches too short for her.
Oh,
So she made me return them and wouldn't let me. And the van store we went to she didn't make me return them. We returned them to replace them, but the van store didn't have them in her size. So I went and bought new sneakers the other day with a gift card from my parents and replaced the sweatpants, but then went out and spent the corresponding amount on other junk for myself, so that way she wouldn't think that I used the gift card on her, that I bought the same amount of stuff for myself that I would have with the gift card.
It's a nice
That was
cover
a
up.
really long, winding, uninteresting story. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, can't win them all, Shuddy.
Nope, they can't all be winners. So what did you and Rent do?
I'm glad that's over with.
How long did you spend tongue darting her butt?
Oh my goodness, Shuddy boy. How vulgar. How fucking dare you? She's going to listen to this and she's going to be pissed off at me. So she
can be pissed off at me. I'm sorry, Rant. That was
I
inappropriate.
digitally karate chop you in her honor. Uh-oh. Someone just left a voicemail.
Hey, guys, we got one for today.
Literally, somebody just left a voicemail.
Yeah, it rings on the iPad for like a split second and then goes to the voicemail. But no, we took it easy. We finished off All of Us Are Dead, which was fucking epic. Goddamn, what a show. And then we went snowboarding on Saturday, so we were a little tired and sore anyway. So we just had a lazy day watching Netflix. We watched House of Gucci. We caught up on Peacemaker, and then went to Musso and Frank and got some steaks and prime rib, and then capped it off with ice cream at Salt and Straw. So it was pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie.
It sounds like a very delightful day.
As far as Super Bowl Sundays go, we killed it.
Well,
Was it dead? Like Musso and Frank's, was it pretty empty because of the Super Bowl?
No.
No.
And
did they have the Super Bowl on?
No, we went at 8, so the game was already over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just nervous because I saw on social media, like every now and then I would just open up Twitter and see what was going on, and I saw people on my timeline that are Bengals fans being like, "Woo, yay, we're crushing them," and then people in LA would be like, "Woohoo, we're winning again," and then LA wins, and I was like, I wonder if this is a bad time to be going to the center of Hollywood. Like, are people in LA going to be raging? Are people going to be like flipping cars over?
It's not the Lakers.
No, I don't think people really gave a flying fuck.
So LA wasn't hard getting around the city after the Super Bowl last night?
No, but I only live like 4 miles from Musso and Frank. If that,
How far?
maybe even less.
How far is SoFi Stadium? How far is Irvine from you?
It's in Irvine?
Well, no, it's in Inglewood.
Englewood. Sorry.
Inglewood's, it's far enough away where it shouldn't have fucked anything up for us.
Well, Rammer lives in Culver City. It's probably like 15 minutes from her place.
Yeah.
Like no traffic, which doesn't really happen. But
Yeah, well, we were here in Studio City this weekend, and I don't know. I didn't want to be. I know people are probably partying and shit, so I was like, you know what? I think it's best to spend as much time indoors on the couch as possible. And I had a couple cocktails at dinner. I was fine, but I was like, shit. I hope there's no fucking DUI checkpoint set up already, because you don't want to be like 1/100th over the alcohol limit and get a DUI when you're not even fucking partying.
dude, I've passed through a DUI checkpoint like once in my life. And I'm just saying that. I don't even remember if that's accurate.
I
Like,
did.
I hear about them more, like a lot more than I've ever actually seen one.
I've seen a few. I went through one completely bombed once and was shitting my pants.
But it's also pretty sobering.
It was terrifying. It was like I was maybe 3/4 of a mile from the party I had been at. So I wasn't even far. And it was on a spot where there was no way that I could avoid it without like doing a K-turn in the middle of the road, which would have immediately gotten my ass like
Yeah.
popped. And I just pulled through, and the cop just was like, shined his light in, and he just waved me through. And
You have like just a mouth full of breath mints.
and fucking pennies. I'm trying to remember everything I've ever heard that would possibly get me through this unscathed.
I wonder if the penny thing actually works. Like, did Mythbusters ever do an episode on that?
It.
I guess not.
Does a penny really trick a breathalyzer?
I went through a DUI checkpoint one time with Christian and Josh, and they opened some
Raw Dog and
Raw Dog and Christian, and they had opened some barcade.
The truth is, it has no effect. That's from February 27th, 2020.
Is that the most recent available data?
Well, I mean, that's from a
Before
website
COVID.
called windrunkdriving.com.
Oh, all right. I trust them. That sounds reputable.
So-
I mean,
so do I.
seems to be their one focus. If they say pennies don't work, all right, I believe you. But
what else are
they're
they doing?
they opened some barcade in the valley, and we were like, all right, let's go. That sounds fucking awesome. So we smoked a giant joint, and when we drove past the place, the line went for blocks outside of it. So it was like, okay, they're clearly limiting the amount of people they let in. All of us were like, no, fuck that. I'm not waiting in hours in a line to get into a barcade. So we're just like, fuck it, let's just go back to my place and watch a movie or play video games or some shit. So as we're going back, DUI checkpoint, and all the traffic is backed up, and I can see it, and I'm like, oh man, I'm really high right now. This is not a good time for me to go through a DUI checkpoint. So I was like, the next street I saw that we could make a right on, I'm like, we're getting out of here. I'm taking this right. Make the turn, and it's a dead end. It's a street that goes for like 3 house lengths, and then a dead end. And at the end of the dead end is a cop car. And I'm like, ah! So the cop car sees me pull into a dead end, go, oh fuck, and then turn around and get back in the line for the checkpoint. So the guy must have radioed ahead and been like, this is when I had my Challenger. Like, black Challenger, looks like it just tried to dip out and get away from you, so stop that one. Because they were doing that thing where they don't stop every single car. They would like wave a couple, stop, and do like random checkpoints. But of course, the guy who tried to fucking get away from it, they stopped me. And I'm just like, ah, shit, here we go. So I roll the window down, and the cop shines a light on me, and he's like, your eyes look a little red there. Have you been smoking some marijuana tonight? And I was like, no! And he's like, are you sure? Your eyes look super red. Why are they so red and droopy? I was like, oh, my allergies are really bad today, and I was rubbing them vigorously. And he was like, are you sure you haven't been smoking marijuana? I was like, no, I would never do that. And I could tell he's like, ah, fine, go. And then Christian and Josh were like, wow, I can't believe you fucking got out of that.
I mean, I guess he was just looking for you to break during interrogation.
I know.
You just held strong. Credit to you and your strong will.
What, I'm going to fucking narc on myself? No. I'm going to get in trouble. You're doing all the work. I'm not.
It feels like that guy uses that move with some success. Like the "Are you sure?" and then they just cave and just hope that.
Yes. You know what? How silly of me. I forgot. I am stoned. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually smoked 3 blunts, 1 in the car.
Yeah. Take me away, copper.
Should I park the car or just get out? You guys will handle it.
But yeah, that was the I think I might have gone through a DUI checkpoint once in Hollywood, but I was one of the cars that just got waved through. They didn't even barely even peek in my window when I went by. But I never saw DUI checkpoints on the East Coast.
I always would hear about them in like Saratoga, because Saratoga is a crazy summer town between SPAC and the track and all that's going on there. And I've like literally never seen one. And like Saratoga isn't that big of a town, right? I mean, I know the street that they would be on for a DUI checkpoint. And I don't know, I always kind of thought they were myths or just like I don't know, things that whatever the news or police would throw out there just to keep you scared and keep you on your toes.
I mean, everybody knows, the luck factor in my life. So from the moment I got my driver's license, I was always really good about not drinking and driving. I mean, I can handle driving stoned. There have been times where I've been so stoned, I was like, yep, I cannot drive like this. I'm going to hang out for a little longer. Let this wear off. But I mean, if I was drinking for the night, I always, a lot of times it was Shuddy and I drinking at Dom's place and everybody just slept over. Like all the couches were taken up. The floor would just be littered with people sleeping it off, and then everybody would wake up in the morning and take off. So that was one aspect of my partying life that I was usually very responsible with. I think I drove when I shouldn't have maybe 3 times in my whole life.
Wow. See, that's the area of partying that I'm very irresponsible. I probably drove when I shouldn't have, like, for 3 straight years.
I did
terrible.
that quite frequently. I did it if any of my kids did it even a fraction of the times that I've done it, I would be very disappointed in them.
When I was younger, I would brag about this, and now I'm not bragging. Now it's just terrible. Terribly stupid.
I mean, I did one time drive across Pennsylvania while tripping on acid.
Yeah.
That was...
I one time drove around Southern California on Christmas Eve on acid, so I'm with you.
Yeah. We might be old, but we were once degenerates.
Once. Well, I mean, I'm
glad that's
a
over
gambling
with, huh?
degenerate.
I'm glad that's
We just have
with.
different vices now.
Yeah. I love fast food like no one else. I'll tell you that. Degenerate with that shit.
Sir, how many glasses of Mac sauce have you drank tonight? None. Oh.
Fucking sweat and grease.
So did you guys party at all for the Super Bowl yesterday?
No, it was just a chill night at home. Being that I had no stake in either of the teams and there was nobody in the Super Bowl specifically for me to root against, it was not that big of a deal for me.
Yeah, we had Paul over, and then a couple of our other friends came over after the game. We just chilled, had beers, had pizza, but really nothing that big. Mostly just Paul and my brothers. I mean, I don't know. I don't really like going out much for Super Bowl. I will go to like a Super Bowl party if like a friend is having it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna go to a bar for the Super Bowl or anything like that.
No, that sounds like a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, I've never had any desire to do that.
No, that's for sure. But it was actually kind of raucous by me after the Rams won. A lot of beeping horns, a lot of fireworks. There are a couple bars like literally on the corner of my block. So, they were full and people were screaming at the end. And I mean, LA is just the biggest, most fair weather sports town. So like, of course there were huge Rams fans on the Super Bowl day where there really isn't every other Sunday.
People still have the price tags hanging off their jerseys.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, the only team this town really goes hard for, I think, is the Lakers. Some and mostly Mexican people will say they're pretty passionate about the Dodgers. I'll give that to the Mexican people. The white people certainly are not. And definitely not black people.
Crackers don't give a fuck about baseball?
No, I think like Mexicans in LA give a fuck. Like they fuck with the Dodgers pretty hard, whereas white people are more fair weather fans in LA through and through, right?
Yeah.
Like the Mexican and the Dodger relationship is very like unique and special within LA.
Got a tight bond.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say I did watch the halftime show this morning on YouTube.
Yeah, I was wondering because I thought that would be something. Well, who isn't interested in that halftime show? It fucking ruled, right?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Did you like it?
That was sick.
I mean, it was by far way better than any of the crap they've put on in the last several years.
Yeah, like every performance really killed it.
Yeah,
I mean, I thought Eminem was kind of light. Like I think he did like one song, right?
Yeah, he just did "Lose Yourself," and I mean, I feel like that is probably one of my least favorite Eminem songs, just because it got so played out, and it's just referencing the movie he made.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, man, that's the only Eminem song we get. But he crushed it nonetheless. I feel like Snoop sounded awesome. Dre sounded awesome. I saw everybody was clowning on 50 Cent, but
50 Cent does not. I mean, he is yoked. That man is.
I thought people were calling him
fat.
People were calling him
He's
fat.
chubby.
I thought he looked good. I thought he looked cut.
No,
no.
I don't think
thought he was chubby.
He looks like he's lifting for mass, not for definition. Like I didn't think he looked fat. He didn't look sloppy, at least. and definitely his voice did not sound the way it should.
Yeah, no, he didn't sound very good.
It was weird that
weakest.
he was hanging upside down.
That I was like, is that why the fuck is he hanging upside down?
I was like, is this trick photography? And then I saw his pendant like resting on his chin. I was like, oh no, he's actually upside down.
Well, that's how the In the Club music video starts.
I never
okay.
saw it.
Neither did I.
Yeah, he starts upside down.
Okay, all right, fair enough. That
Makes sense.
Thank you for explaining that to us.
Yeah, it's all good. So 50, I think he had one song, right? Eminem,
I think
had
only
one
Dre
song.
did too.
A little surprised by that.
Well, Dre did 3, I guess, since it was like a medley.
Yeah, I maybe just like Eminem's stuff is just has too much profanity to do. Like how many songs can he really do?
That's what I was thinking.
That's not sounded like completely gutted.
The only other one he could have probably done was that stupid Venom song.
Oh no. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that one.
He might have been able to do Till I Collapse or something like that, something off the Recovery album. But no, I thought Snoop Dogg Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre sounded great. And like they put on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar fucking killed it. I thought it was weird that he just like existed in his own world and didn't fuck with them at all, even though they don't do any songs together. But like he wasn't even on the stage at the end. He was just like, I'm good. I did my album. Or I did my shit.
Yeah, he was up top at the end.
Oh, I didn't see him. My bad.
Yeah, because he like shook 50's hand. Like you could tell like he was like, I'm so happy to meet you or something. Like it was one of those situations where like they were introducing themselves or something.
Yeah, a hell of a Super Bowl performance or halftime like show by the NFL picking those guys.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
I know
Do you think all those backup dancers that Kendrick Lamar had all shaved their facial hair and hair off today? Because they all had to have it bleached.
No, I'd say they wanted to walk around for a couple of days and get recognized and then shave it off.
That's a good call. I'll take Kevin's answer.
I didn't think about that part.
Yeah, like you look like one of Kendrick's backup dancers.
Funny story. Sit down. Let me tell you a tale.
Dude, I can't wait for Kendrick's new album. I don't know when that shit's going to come out, but it needs to come out soon. His single from it came out a few months ago. Fucking rules. He didn't even perform it at the halftime show, though.
I couldn't believe people were like triggered by the halftime show.
Somebody, the guy from that founded Turning Point, I don't remember what his exact tweet was, but it was about the Super Bowl being like the NFL being now a league of sexual degenerates because of that halftime show.
I saw some guy say that Ted Nugent, Kid Rock, and someone else could put on a better halftime show than these hoodlums. And it's just like, you can't be serious. Like you can't be serious with that take at this point. Like you can't. How much money do Eminem, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg have put together? Like they're not hoodlums anymore. Like get the fuck out of here.
Also, hoodlums, like if you're offended by the content and the dancers, fucking Kid Rock has always got strippers around him, and he has like lines in his songs about eating ass in underwater in jacuzzis.
Yeah,
and doesn't Ted Nugent have a love song about fucking a 12-year-old or something crazy like that too?
Yeah. So
maybe he should. Maybe he should perform
by the
that
guy
one.
from Turning Point is the NFL is now a league of sexual anarchy. This halftime show should not be allowed on television.
Man, don't people ever get... It's got to be exhausting being that much of a fucking pussy.
For real. What was the sexual anarchy involved? Like, I felt like there was very little, like...
There wasn't anything. The only thing that it was exclusively people of color.
Right.
Well, except for Eminem. But, I mean, the 50 Cent did have some... like booty girls twerking next to him, but I mean,
it's true.
I don't know, who fucking cares? They were probably wearing more clothes than cheerleaders.
That was mild. That was mild than what? It's insane.
I also saw a couple like right wing news organizations trying to snitch on Snoop Dogg because there's like a picture of him smoking weed before he did the halftime show. It's like,
Yeah.
what? You're trying to narc people out for smoking weed? You fucking dork. What the fuck?
Like, I'm sure Snoop Dogg got the okay from the NFL or whatever. Like, it's Snoop Dogg. Like,
It's also
yeah,
California. It's not illegal to smoke weed.
Like, I think there was a prop bet going around on whether or not Snoop Dogg would smoke a blunt during the performance. Like,
That would've
people
been
were betting on that.
That would have been
actually.
a G move. He should have done it.
We should have. What would have happened? Like, I'm sure people were like sparking blunts in the stadium
Yeah.
because, I mean, why not? What the fuck are you gonna do?
I wonder if those same people would be bummed out if, like, I don't know, Travis Tritt or some shit was drinking a beer before he performed. Ooh, look what he's doing. Ooh.
Who was? Is that like Luke Combs or like?
I don't know. He's some country guy.
All right, cool. All right, we're talking about
I don't
the
think
same genre.
Travis Tritt is somebody that was relevant in country music like when we were kids. I don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
At first, I was like, "Is he mean Travis Scott? Like, where's he going
No.
with this?"
but I don't know that. Let's see.
That's how close my fingers are to the pulse of country music.
Yeah, I don't know why I even know who Luke Combs is. Who's the other guy that's on America's Got Talent or something?
Oh,
Is that Brad Paisley?
the stuffed crust pizza guy, Gwen Stefani's husband.
Did they
That
get
guy?
married before or after that show?
Who fucking knows? Who cares?
Yeah, fair enough. I can't even remember his name. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, some chode.
He'll probably be the halftime performer next year just to counterbalance all the angry fucking white people on Twitter.
Yeah. All right.
Which-
Well, here's your halftime show for 2023. It's Chode McGrundle. Yeehaw.
I mean, it's just such like a. I can't imagine. It's just like a Twitter take. Like, I can't imagine most of the public. Like, I think everyone fucked with that halftime show.
Yeah, how could you
You know
not?
what I mean?
It's fucking awesome.
Like, sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And I guess the one thing I'm surprised you guys didn't bring up was like the Eminem taking a knee during his performance. I thought that was what you guys were going to talk about, people being triggered about.
I didn't even notice it.
So supposedly the NFL asked Eminem to not take a knee during the national anthem. Or maybe it was during the national anthem and or his performance, but he took a knee at the end of his performance, and people are like wondering if it was like for Colin Kaepernick or that type of thing. And there were like, I guess, a couple of people on Twitter butthurt or triggered about it, which is just like the most ridiculous thing. It's like he didn't even, like, he took a knee during his own song. What the fuck? Like, he can't do that now?
Yeah.
What do you want from the guy? Like,
Yeah, it was. I didn't even notice it. It didn't seem out of to me. It wasn't anything that caught my attention.
I probably wouldn't have noticed either if I didn't like read that the NFL asked him not to knee beforehand. Then when I saw him take a knee, I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. But I don't think like he violated his contract. Not that I don't even think they pay the entertainers. I think the entertainers pay the NFL to perform. Like, I think that's how it works.
Man, just after that show, all I wanted was like, man, can Dr. Dre and Snoop go on the road? And I have to get tickets for that tour.
I know, like, you
Holy
would think
shit, that was
maybe
epic.
after Dr. Dre got divorced, he would need more money. But I guess he's all right. I guess he's good. Doesn't need enough to tour, because like if he does a one, I don't know, what's the standard tour? 25 city? Is it 50 city world tour? Like, he's clearing.
I don't know. Just do a show in LA.
million?
Just do a show in LA. You don't even have to travel. Just do one show.
Yeah, but then he does Coachella, and it's like, oh fuck, but never mind.
Yeah,
Might
Coachella.
as well put it in the North Pole.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I don't think there's a single musical act that could get me to Coachella.
There really isn't. I've thought about it. I mean, like, Outkast performed there, and that's like a bucket list live performance for me. Like, I really want to see Outkast, and not even they could do it, because it's like
Rage Against the Machine was tempting, but then it was like, oh man, I got to fucking drive to Coachella and deal with parking and the dust and
You
I
guys
think they were
could've-
the same festival too, weren't they?
hipsters. Well, no, isn't that the one that got canceled? I don't think Rage ever even performed at Coachella yet. The one they were booked on got canceled, I think. It's weird
Who was
to
Outkast on? I'm gonna look that up actually.
It's weird to like get Rage Against the Machine to reunite and then not rebook them when you reschedule the festival. I wonder if Zach De La Rocha or whatever was like, nope.
We changed our mind.
Yeah, you had your chance. We were going to do that date, but now we don't want to. We hate each other again.
It's kind of like, I don't know, like Coachella seems like something that Rage Against the Machine would specifically be against. Oh, man, no. Listen, this is why I didn't go, actually. So the headliners for it was Coachella 2014. First night is Outkast. Second night is Muse. Third night is Arcade Fire. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm not paying you. I think that the weekend pass is like $600, and then like it's an extra $1,500 on top of it just for lodging and all that other shit. Like, I'm not paying $2,000 to fucking see.
I bet you could lodge with Arts for a fraction of that.
Perhaps, but that was, I mean, 2014. That was before I knew Arts well enough to crash at his place.
Do you guys see? They also, since we last got together, they announced the Oscar nominations.
Oh no!
Yeah, so
I didn't see that.
I don't know if you pussies are still retired from Oscar bets, but if anybody's got any suggestions for punishments, maybe if the right one jumps out at us, tweet us. We get the right suggestion. Maybe we will bring back Oscar punishments.
Did we do Oscar picks last year? Just no punishment?
I don't think so. I think we just completely ignored them.
What? That doesn't sound like us. I would have liked to pick the Oscars regardless of a punishment. Just because it gives me something to like gamble on with you guys or do like a little contest.
We could still do it. And then decide on punishments or no punishments later.
Have you seen most of the movies nominated?
Technically, but that's only because since we last convened, I did watch Nightmare Alley. I
watched Nightmare Alley last week and forgot to talk about it on the episode.
So they did another 10 nominations for Best Picture, and it's Nightmare Alley, Don't Look Up, Dune, Drive My Car, Belfast, Licorice Pizza, Power the Dog, West Side Story, King Richard, and Coda. And I have not seen Drive My Car, Licorice Pizza, West Side Story, or Coda. But I've seen all the other ones. And I'm so fucking bummed out that West Side Story got nominated, because I always like to see all the movies that get nominated for Best Picture. And a fucking 3-hour musical. Are you fucking kidding me? I
thought that wasn't very good. It was not well received, I thought.
I think it got good reviews, just nobody gave a fuck and nobody went to see it. So it bombed. It's a 3-hour fucking musical remake. Like, ugh.
I mean, it's only 2 hours and 36 minutes.
I'd rather watch the entire Human Centipede trilogy with my grandma 3 times in a row.
Oh, I'm definitely not ever watching it. I have no interest. I'm just saying maybe it'll help you at 2 hours and 36 minutes instead of 3 hours.
Yeah, man. But for some reason last night when Rent and I watched House of Gucci, I thought that was an Oscar pick. But I guess it only got nominated for hair and makeup. So it got nominated for something, but it's just one of the technical categories. It did pretty well at the Razzies. I think the entire cast of House of Gucci got nominated for a Razzie.
What? All right. I'm very interested in getting your review on this because I thought the movie looked pretty awesome. And I don't know. I don't even know why I didn't go see it, to be honest.
I mean, it was another one where I wasn't too interested in the story, and the runtime was definitely a turnoff. It's also 2 hours and 36 minutes. But I don't know. I like Adam Driver. I got no beef with Lady Gaga. Jeremy Irons is in it. Jared Leto kicks ass. Salma Hayek's in it. So I was like, all right, this is a cast of people I like. Ridley Scott kicks ass. So fuck it, I'll watch this. And I will say, it definitely started off boring. I was kind of like, I don't really give a fuck about anything that's going on. These accents are just out of control. It took a while for them to start not seeming distracting, because they hit it hard, and nobody hit it harder than fucking Jared Leto. He was like Super Mario bouncing around the screen. He's like, he gets betrayed at one point, and he shows up, and he's like, "Why would you do this to me?" Like really hitting the ahs. It's me, Jared Leto.
So he was like an annoying Italian?
Yeah, but it was... I had to ask Rent Round, like, is this... Because she's big into fashion. She likes Gucci stuff. She's read books and watched documentaries on all this. So she knew the entire story, and even the stuff they changed from real life to the movie. She was like, oh, okay, that's not how that actually happened. They actually did this. So she was filling me in on stuff that happened, because without her, I think, even though it's a long movie, it jumped around a lot and didn't fill in all the spaces. So I'm like, wait, why is this happening? And she would sort of fill me in. But I guess the guy that Jared Leto played was known for being the clown of the Gucci family. So I guess it did kind of make sense that he was playing it in a very goofy, comical manner. But he was entertaining to watch. And once it sort of got moving, I definitely liked it more. And by the end, I was sucking 3.5 Gucci dicks.
That's not bad.
It was entertaining.
How did Lady Gaga do? Adam Driver. These peeps.
Lady Gaga, I mean, again, you really have to let the accent sink in, because it does seem very goofy and unnatural for all of them. But once you get over it, I don't know, they killed it. They did great. I don't understand why the whole cast got a Razzie. I thought it was good.
Did any one of them get nominated for an Oscar? Like, I thought Lady Gaga was getting like supporting actress buzz, stuff like that.
No, she got snubbed. Let me see. So the best actress ones, like Penelope Cruz, Kristen Stewart, Nicole Kidman, Olivia Colman, and Jessica Chastain.
Terrible.
Yeah. And like, I saw The Lost Daughter with Olivia Colman. I saw Being the Ricardos with Nicole Kidman. I haven't seen the other three yet.
I have actually seen the Eyes of Tammy Faye.
Yeah, that's on HBO Max. I've been meaning to watch that. I'm sure I'm going to be watching it at some point. What'd you
was
think?
A lot of fun.
No shit.
I really enjoyed it. Andrew Garfield and Jessica Chastain were phenomenal. And it's funny because after watching that and then now watching season 2 of The Righteous Gemstones, it all makes sense. Like, the stuff that's happening in The Righteous Gemstones is not that far off from what the Bakers did. So it now seems much more grounded in reality than it did for the first season.
Oh, no shit.
Because the Bakers were building a theme park.
Oh, is that happening in Righteous Gemstones? I haven't even started the new season yet.
Well, in Righteous Gemstones, they own it's in the first one. They have on their compound, they have a theme park.
Oh, yeah. I need a Righteous Gemstones refresher.
Yeah, I need a refresher as well.
Season 2 of that show is incredible. It's a lot better than the first one.
That's what I'm hearing. I hear it's a lot funnier.
It's hysterical. Eric Roberts is in it, and he plays just a real like scummy wrestling promoter.
ER.
Man, one of my favorite Eric Roberts lines is in I think it's The Dark Knight, when he's at like some nightclub with some girl and she's like, "Can we go somewhere else? We can't even hear each other talk." And he's like,
Yeah.
"What makes you think I want to hear you talk?"
It was perfect. It was Dark Knight. I watched that movie the other night, actually.
And then I guess Best Actor is Andrew Garfield, not even for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, but for Tick, Tick, Boom. Another fucking musical thing. Like, oh, come on. Show mercy on me, Academy.
About the guy who wrote Rent. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's a musical. I think they're singing and dancing in it, and it's Lin-Manuel Miranda, who seems like a chill dude, but motherfuck, that guy likes musicals, and I just do not.
So wait,
Christ.
it's a musical about a musical?
Yeah.
These guys have some fucking audacity.
It's like a turducken made out of poop and vomit.
Unfucking believable, man. Andrew Garfield, that guy sucks. I can't stand that fool. He was in that one Mel Gibson movie, and I've just sold all my stock ever since. I forget. It was like the one really bad Mel Gibson movie.
Oh, wait a second. This fucking pussy's going around healing people? Oh.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Conscientious
Hacksaw.
observer.
Hacksaw
walking around
Ridge.
with 3 med kits. Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, it's like Jeff in Fortnite. Hey, guys, I have 3 med kits.
Yeah, well, that's because I know I can't fucking do battle, so I just try to heal all the teammates.
Yeah, you also don't know how to revive people either.
No, I mean...
Like, if you get downed in Fortnite and Jeff is on your team and he's still alive, he'll, like, run over to your corpse, and then, like, 10 seconds go by before you actually start getting revived while Jeff tries to remember the button.
Yeah, I'll start to revive you, then I'll be like, oh, wait, no, I should put up, like, walls or something. And then I'll put up walls, and then I'll forget to, like, revive you.
But yeah, Andrew Garfield, Benedict Cumberbatch for Power of the Dog, Javier Bardem, Denzel Washington, and Will Smith. I saw 3 of those movies. I saw Power of the Dog, I saw Being the Ricardos, and I saw King Richard. Out of the 3, King Richard is miles away from the other ones. King Richard was fucking sick. I actually really like that movie.
Quick question. I don't know if you've seen this trailer yet or heard anything about it, Kevin. I know you did, Shuddy, last night regardless. The Peacock remake of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air called Bel-Air. I'm just going to say this. Could be good. I'm vaguely interested. What do you guys think?
I've seen, because I have Peacock, and sometimes when you put on one of the channels, they run commercials for other Peacock programming. So
yeah,
I've half paid attention to that commercial a handful of times, and I don't know.
I think it's completely unnecessary. Why do we need a dramatic retelling of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
There is a world where there is a good drama there. Like that.
There is, but
it's not a crazy leap of faith for them to get there on it.
No, but who was asking for it?
How are they going to work in the Carlton? Is he going to do a dramatic Carlton?
Well, in the trailer, it was just like a really, like, I don't know, soft spoken, or like, I don't know, you just sound like a white guy. Like I don't know. It's essentially a poor kid from the hood going to stay with his rich family, except there isn't the fucking sitcom comedy behind it. I have some hope for it. I actually do. I actually think it could be good. But I would prefer it not be on Peacock, because maybe like it being on Peacock it'll make it more like PG-13, or like, I know that's not really how they grade or rate TV shows, but you know, if it was on an HBO, there could be some nudity, some violence, some shit. But
yeah,
I don't know. I think it looks pretty good.
Now that it's on Peacock, there's no hope of seeing Uncle Phil's dick.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to see how big his nuts are.
You can make me the clown here, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems silly. Like, growing up with Fresh Prince and then seeing them try to do a dramatic version, especially because, like, the banner for it on Peacock is, like, the guy they cast to be Will Smith with, like, his sideways hat with his big doofy grin on his face. It's very cringy to me. But you never know.
Enough.
Could be good. Who knows? I mean, Peacock did a great job with the MacGruber series. That was fucking hysterical.
Yeah. The cock will, I'll give it a shot when it comes out, and I'll report back to you guys.
The cack.
Hey, you mentioned something when you're going through the Oscar nominees.
Yeah.
And I don't think you ever talked about this or reviewed this on the podcast, but the Ricardo movie, right? It's an Amazon Prime original. Did you ever review that?
No.
I don't think you did.
No, because
Were you embarrassed? Embarrassed by watching it?
No, I mean, I threw it up on my Letterboxd profile, but it was one of those weeks, I think, where we had a ton of stuff to review, and I didn't want to drag the review portion of the show out even further just to crowbar in being the Ricardos. So I just sat on it, forgot about it, much like the movie. It was kind of
Not very good.
kind of boring. I actually will defend Nicole Kidman because a lot of people were saying she was awful in it as Lucille Ball, but I actually think she did a pretty good job. It was just, I didn't really give that much of a fuck about the story. It basically takes place over, I think, just a couple of days while shooting an episode, and it focuses mostly on a cheating scandal with Desi Arnaz, her being accused of being a communist, and her being an obsessive micromanager of the content of the show. And her just, with all the shit going on in her life, she is so obsessed with this one tiny little scene in one episode. And it was just kind of like, yeah, all right. I mean, kind of interesting, but overall fucking boring. Not worth a movie. I know J.K. Simmons got nominated for Best Supporting Actor in it, and he was actually really, really great in it.
That guy is just a plug and play type dude.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what they
awesome.
say in sports for someone you could just put in any position and they fucking kill it. So.
Yeah. And he was greater than he usually is, and I'm a big fan of his. The guy that played Mance Rayder in Game of Thrones got one for Belfast, which I saw and was very bored by. One of the guys in Coda. 2 people in Power of the Dog. Jesse Plemons and Cody Shit McPoop.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I'm more annoyed with the Academy Awards this time around, or like I'm actually impressed on just how oblivious to the rest of the world they are. Like, you know what? We're just gonna keep being douchebags, and here's the show. Here's the awards. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. You don't like musicals? Fuck you. We're gonna give it to a musical. No, isn't Nomadland? Didn't that win last year?
It did.
Oh, I'm fucking. I still haven't seen it. I might never see it. I haven't seen Shape of Water. I haven't seen a lot of these recent Best Picture winners, but
Shape of Water wasn't terrible. They had me. The whole movie had me until she fucked a fish. It's just, you could have, like, the romance part is believable. I mean, everybody bought into Beauty and the Beast. She never fucked the bear. Like, don't fuck the animal. If there's some sort of magic kiss or action that breaks the spell, fuck when they go back to being a human. You can get away with some smooches, but don't fuck the fish man. After that, it's just weird. The rest of the movie is weird, and it retroactively makes the beginning of the movie weird. It's now a movie about fish fucking. But it won Best Picture.
I love that take.
Oh,
Thank
well
you.
said. Yeah, I can't
Thank
add
you.
to that.
But I Guillermo del Toro's new one, Shuddy Boy and I can tag team this bitch. I kind of like Nightmare Alley.
I kind of didn't like it.
Ooh.
I kind of fell asleep 15 minutes in, so I can't help you guys here. But my brother liked it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So-
we have all the bases covered. We have the ones that liked it, the ones who didn't like it, and the ones that fell asleep.
Listen, it was. I loved the way that it was shot. I loved the visual aspect of the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
It was quite slow. I think, like, I enjoyed it, but like at the end, I was like, oh.
It's kind of 2 movies in one. And I feel like the trailers that I watched for it didn't accurately describe the movie. I thought we were going to get a murder mystery or some sort
That's
of...
exactly what I thought we were going into.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be some supernatural elements to it. But it was more or less a noir film about Bradley Cooper.
It was a remake of a noir film.
Yeah, from I think the late 40s or early 50s, if I'm correct. I never saw the original. Felt like I could watch this one without revisiting or visiting the original first.
As did I.
But I mean, like you said, the vibe was dope. Like the the first half of the movie is Bradley Cooper joining a circus and just finding the ins and outs of the carnies and learning the grifts. And it was
Mentalism.
Yeah, the mentalism stuff, which I all found really, really interesting. Even the slow parts, it was still, the acting was really great. I fucking love Toni Collette.
The thing that this movie did was make every woman seem extremely attractive.
Yeah, I had boners to go around.
Toni Collette looked really, really pretty in it. Your cousin looked really pretty in it.
Oh, how dare you?
But
yeah, Cate Blanchett did look good.
And even Kate Blanchett looked really good.
Wait, who was my cousin then? I thought Cate Blanchett was going to be my cousin.
Isn't Rooney Mara like technically your cousin somehow?
Oh, no. Her grandma and my grandma are friends.
Oh, my mistake.
But
I knew there was
relation.
a familial connection, but that's who I was going with when I said your cousin.
They still kick it?
I think so.
Whoa, that's major.
But it was kind of weird. Like, I knew Cate Blanchett was in it, and she's not even in it until like an hour into the movie. She gets introduced really late. Like, it goes from half the movie's a carnival, and then half of the movie is Bradley Cooper off being a mentalist. I thought the whole thing was going to be the carnival. But despite that, it was interesting. I was into it the whole time, and I thought it kicked ass. I think I sucked 4 dicks on Letterboxd. Let me see.
I did not like the ending.
Oh, the twist ending,
yes,
or whatever?
Correct.
I thought it was kind of cool.
I was more kind of along the lines like, this is just so ridiculous.
Willem Dafoe was really good in it too.
Willem Dafoe was excellent in it. Everybody was excellent in it.
Well, I'm looking it up on Letterboxd right now. I didn't know Richard Jenkins' character was Ezra Grundle. Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
Grindle.
2.5 hour runtime.
It felt every bit of 2.5 hours.
It did feel long, but I still enjoyed it. I still thought it kicked ass.
I'm giving it 3 dicks.
Although, I mean, for what it's up against, I would not be bummed out if it won Best Picture over the rest of the fucking snooze fests in there. Except for,
now I have to look this up.
What's it called? I'll still defend King Richard. That kicked ass. Did that get nominated for Best Picture? Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Yeah, you were. You liked that movie initially.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly wouldn't be bummed out if. The only ones I would really be bummed out if they won would be Power the Dog, West Side Story, and Belfast. Because I saw 2 of those, 2 of the 3. They were really boring. And West Side Story, 2.5 hour musical. I'd rather let Lizzo poop on my head.
I honestly,
do you have a problem with Lizzo?
No, I just don't want her pooping on me.
I think Lizzo sucks, but Steven Spielberg, like, his legacy is slightly diminished by directing West Side Story, in my opinion. Like, I think it's the biggest bitch shit ever. Like, dude, you haven't seen your name enough in the press. Like, you're just trying to get invited to an award show with this movie almost just invites itself to the Oscars, and him doing a remake of essentially a Romeo and Juliet remake. Again, I've said this, I think, before, would be like if fucking like Paul Thomas Anderson did a remake of Jaws. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, it's unbelievable this asshole actually did this. I think it's fucking whack. The only thing, I'm looking at the nominees now, I actually like Don't Look Up. And
really?
I can only imagine what that acceptance speech would be like. Oh, fuck. It can only be so terrible. You know what I mean? Like, how bad do you think that acceptance speech is? They might as well just do it from their buttholes. Like, just like with the Ace Ventura talking Amos.
Like, I wouldn't be bummed out if Dune won. I like sci-fi. Sci-fi doesn't win a lot. I thought
Dune
that movie
kicked ass.
Yeah, Dune was sick.
Mm-hmm.
But I still have to go see. Maybe I'll do that this week. Like Drive My Car and Licorice Pizza, I think, are both still in theaters in L.A. I do want to check those out.
What the hell is Drive My Car?
It's a
Yeah, I haven't
Japanese.
heard of that
It's a
one.
Japanese drama.
Okay.
Like,
I'm out then.
yeah. I mean, focusing like when I look on Sniff Your Own Farts, film critic Letterboxd audience Twitter, people have been farting in their mouth about Drive My Car for a while now. The only thing is, it's not streaming anywhere, and it's only been showing, I think, in 100 theaters across the entire country. So the true film dorks are really dropping some fellatio on that movie, and everybody else is like you guys. Like I don't know what that is. What is this thing?
Probably end up winning the award.
Maybe.
Probably.
Got some emails coming in from a new listener named Katie, who said, "I love the show." Oh, this is a big one.
Uh-oh.
I'm a little new to the show. Started listening to the podcast in early 2021 when I got my new job and had time to devote to more listening. And I'm slowly catching up with older shows. I'm also new-ish to Patreon. I'm a longtime listener to the Jason Ellis Show and wanted to show my support to y'all. Content is amazing. Love, love, love Queef or No Queef. It's one of the shows I can't wait to listen to and play along with. It gets a little difficult when my commercial breaks are longer and I have to pause the podcast to catch up, but it's manageable. I wish there was video of y'all to play to get the full effect. I just feel like asking you to watch two things at once while listening to two things at once is a big ask.
Yeah.
Plus, we record Queef or No Queef early on Thursdays, and I like to just roll out of bed, drink coffee, and then hop on Zoom with you guys without having to worry about...
During Queef or No Queef, Kevin looks very similar to the way Jeff does during the main episode when we pick on him. So...
I take full advantage of there being no video element to Queef or No Queef.
We don't want to cross-pollinate our brands either. I'm the dirty, disheveled MSPH host.
Yeah. But she goes on and says, Jeff and his snack attacks are hilarious. I want more Shuddy. I feel like you have a lot to say, and I need to hear it. I did have a question. I enjoy watching the videos of the show, but to have to flip to the podcast to get the Easter eggs, do y'all still get credit for me fast-forwarding through the podcast to the end since I watched it on YouTube? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how they work these fucking algorithms for giving us download ticks, but I'm sure it helps.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think if you like download it or subscribe, start playing it, and then push it all the way through, that would actually count as like a stream or a listen.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that with any real confidence. I'm just saying.
It tracks.
Makes sense, right?
Katie goes on to say, how do I bump y'all numbers up? I mean, I guess just spread the word. I mean,
tell your friends and family.
For 11 years, we've been telling people, hey, you should listen to our podcast. It's fucking dope. But, of course, we're going to tell people they should listen to our podcast.
Hit us up. We'll send you some stickers.
Yeah. I mean, that's how Joe Rogan got massive. People were like, hey, did you hear this show? This guy had a dude on talking about how he ate nothing but meat and got tons of vitamins from it.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with this stand-up gig or UFC broadcasting or anything like that. You just put in the work and people shared the podcast. And if you could be so kind to do the same with us, Kate, is it Katie or Kate?
Katie,
that would be a huge help. And we appreciate, I appreciate the lovely email. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, to virgin ears, enticing somebody with a show called Queef or No Queef, I don't know how anybody turns that down.
You definitely should lead with Queef or No Queef.
And if you don't know how to start the conversation, we do have T-shirts available.
And you can queef. That's an icebreaker. Wait, where do we have T-shirts available?
I still have a box of T-shirts.
What? Which one?
The last ones we did.
Oh, the 80s one or the 90s one?
But
DM them.
But I definitely think we should do a new shirt for the spring, summertime. I don't know. It's been a while since we've done a merch run.
That's true. We should rattle around some ideas. And then Katie's got more. She says, notes from a female listener. We don't care if you fart, poop, or pick your nose. They're bodily functions and happen to everyone. If it's an emergency and you need to shit at our house and we can hear it through the door, it's okay. You're sick. We understand. We'll give you medicine and continue on. If they can't handle a fart or some hot liquid shit shooting out of your ass at 100 miles per hour because you ate food that didn't agree with you, then that's their problem. If you shit your pants on a date, clean up, toss your dirty underwear in the trash, and keep going. Don't make it weird. Just wanted to say you guys are amazing. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Katie. You covered a lot of bases there and definitely boosted our egos.
Yeah, my 2 responses to that final part of that email are, do you have a boyfriend and what is your phone number?
Let's see. Somebody else wrote in an email. Hey, Kevin, I hope you're okay. And of course, I'm sorry to hear about your loss, but I'm extremely happy to continue to hear about your wonderful relationship. I am glad you had her through all this, and she seems like an awesome person, and you deserve that, man. Thank you. Trevor, thank you very much. And he also says, hey, I can't access my Instagram, but hoped you could share this info with Jason. Oh.
Keep going.
His latest Hawk versus Wolf, where they're discussing the Autobahn and going 200 miles per hour. I thought he would enjoy seeing and sharing these insane new cars and speeds. Plus, I think you and the boys of your podcast might also enjoy it, especially since you guys love learning about awesome records. So that's like a YouTube video or an article about super fast cars.
Nice.
There's one he said is called a Devil 16 that has a top speed of 347 miles per hour, 5,007 horsepower, and then a whole bunch of stats that I don't know what they mean.
Well, just tell Jason. He'll get it all, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He'll understand.
Yeah. I'll just tell Jason about the Devil something.
The Devil 16 with the 5,000 horsepower. Yeah, you know.
Got another email. This one's from Nate. He says, has anyone ever noticed that Kevin is the real-life Rick from Rick and Morty? Random burps in the middle of sentences and never reacting. Also, no mention of Autumn from MasterChef posting a link to her OnlyFans on her Instagram story. Thanks, Nate. I don't follow Autumn. I know, Jeff, you do. Have you been keeping up on Autumn's social media?
Yes, I see every one of her posts ever. Absolutely. I'm keeping up on it. Unfortunately, OnlyFans banned me, both my email addresses, for whatever reason, so I can't give Autumn money. I almost want to DM her and be like, how do we do that? What if I just Venmo you like $15 or something? You just show me your butthole a couple times a month?
Yeah, have you tried to get it reinstated?
I know. Well, I'm gonna make an OnlyFans specific email address. Like, it makes zero fucking sense. I don't know.
I don't know if you want to pay to see naked ladies. It makes perfect sense for me. To make a new email address.
Yeah, but if they've already blocked the 2 that I've made, or my 2 email addresses, like, what's to stop them from blocking a third? Like, I'm just going to continue in this loop where I'm giving them the same credit card under a different fucking email address.
Did you ever, you could maybe get to the cause of why they're blocked.
Yeah, plead your case.
No, I've asked them before, and they're straight up were like, I don't know.
Well, did you reply back? Well, if you don't know, can I come back? If you don't even know what my infraction is, like if I'm in jail and I'm like, hey, why am I in here? And they're like, honestly, I don't know. How did you get in here? They're like, okay, well, can we resolve this? Like, if nobody knows why I'm in jail, can I get out of jail?
Well, chances are, if you're in jail and nobody knows why you're in jail, it's because there's something corrupt going on. And no, you will not be getting out of jail.
Well, I
Yeah, they
hate
don't
that.
usually allow messages to leave that jail.
like nobody's giving you any answers as to why you're in jail if there's no reason for you to be there.
Yeah, I also have an OnlyFans workaround where I just follow a bunch of dirty subreddits, which are pretty much just like OnlyFans, like free.
Yeah, wet melons.
Yeah, Wet Melons has got one, yeah.
Can we?
I thought we are being truthful here. I thought that's what we do on the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Are we going to voicemails?
I only like melons when they're wet. Yeah.
It's wet with 2 T's.
Oh shit.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm interested to know what voicemail we got just as we were starting to record.
Well, we're backlogged, so I don't even know if we're gonna have time to get to all those. But
we can't even go to that one.
I do want to give a shout out to. I saw that Twitter account of ours that's called like Out of Context MSPH.
Well, I haven't checked that out in a long time.
And it's just
that's awesome.
At MSPH quotes, and like half the time I see that thing show up in my feed, and I'm like, I don't remember any of us saying that. But wow, out of context, that is definitely very weird.
I love it. I mean, it's not much different than the random buttons of me that you play.
Yeah.
Which one of us said I'd probably do a lot better sexually as a ghost?
My money's on
It
Jeff.
had to be. Yeah, it had to be me because I'm O for like this decade, really.
Maybe we could get like Dom or somebody to just put all of those tweets on a list, and we make a game out of who said it. Because I think
That's actually a good idea.
I don't really know if I know who said any of those things. I don't recognize any of my quotes. What are you laughing at, Shuddy?
There's a few gems in there.
I feel like you wouldn't ask that question to somebody unless you know they beat off on their knees.
Yeah, that's definitely Kevin.
Are you sure? That sounds like Shuddy to me.
Nah, we know how you like to jerk off, unfortunately.
But yeah, that's a solid Twitter account. So shout out to them, whoever's running it, and yeah, you should give that a follow. Yeah, maybe that's a good way to get people into the show. You know, retweeting that account and being like, wait, somebody on a podcast said this? I have to hear this in context.
Yeah, Katie, send them a couple tweets from that account and talk about queef or no queef.
What is this fucking insanity we've created?
God forbid I have a kid and then he tries breastfeeding on my saggy witch tits because he thinks I'm mom.
Well, it's got to be Kevin.
Yeah, I think that one's me.
Some real gems there, though.
Oh, we forgot to mention it when we were talking about the Super Bowl. Did anybody see He-Man? Oh, not anybody because Kevin didn't watch any of it. But
my homie actually texted me about it, saying that there was some He-Man thing in the commercials.
It was a Rocket Mortgage commercial, and it started with girls playing with a Barbie dream house and stuff like that, and then it segued into Castle Grayskull being for sale. It was just a Mattel and Rocket Mortgage mashup.
Did you jizz your pants?
No.
Oh my God.
I was smiling.
I love real estate and Castle Grayskull. Oh! If only they put some acai in there.
I actually missed that commercial. I think I was in the bathroom. So
I missed the Doctor Strange.
Oh, I watched
trailer.
that on YouTube.
That
was fucking rad.
That's gonna happen tonight, and the McDonald's Kanye commercial.
holy shit, I think I missed both of those. I don't know what the McDonald's Kanye commercial is.
Kanye seems so unhinged right now. How did they even gather him to say a normal sentence promoting anything other than himself?
From what I gathered, all that happens in the commercial is he goes.
Does he interrupt the
he
Mayor
rolls
McCheese
up to the drive-through in a wacky ass vehicle of some sort, and then says, "Can I get
Did Shuddy freeze, or is it a dramatic pause?
And then the commercial ends.
Huh.
He for like 10 seconds.
That's what you're doing. Okay.
That was in the commercial. Did it not come through?
I think you froze at one point in the middle of doing a long
Oh yeah, it was like he goes, "Can I get
Listen, Hamburglar, I'm gonna let you finish. But Grimace had the best music video this year. I can't believe that pussy is threatening to boycott Coachella if Billie Eilish doesn't apologize to Travis Scott. Like, you fucking...
What did Billie Eilish do to Travis Scott?
That's the thing.
Nothing.
Based on what I read, she did nothing to Travis Scott, and he's just randomly demanding her apology or her apologize to him. Like, this motherfucker, like, he always does this. Like, these weird outbursts, public outbursts when he's trying to promote a new album. Like, that's kind of his routine. And Donda 2 is coming out, right? I guess it's a little bit
Donda 1
different.
just came out, didn't it?
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit of that and the whole Kim Kardashian thing mixed into it, where he is kind of going even further off the rails. But like it's just super annoying. Like I know we disagree on this, but I always thought that his music just made up for all the annoying shit. And now I don't even think that. I can't even, like, his music isn't that good. And his shit is just ultra lame. Like the Julia Fox thing is it's so whack. Like he essentially just hooked up with the female version of Pete Davidson. And like, it was such a lame attempt to like get back at Kim Kardashian, and when he's just got nothing on her, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he already gave up. They're done.
Yeah, like he broke up with her the day before Valentine's Day, just to kind of further prove how much of a trashy motherfucker he is. Like, he's like, Kanye is just so terrible. He posted something on Instagram that had the Civil War movie poster, a Captain America Civil War movie poster. But on one side it's him, and the other side it's Pete Davidson.
Oh my God!
On his side, I think he also has Julia Fox, Drake, and Antonio Brown. And then on Pete Davidson's side, it's like Kim Kardashian, Pete Davidson, Billie Eilish, and like Taylor Swift. It's just like Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish have zero to do with any of this. They don't give a fuck. Like it's I don't know. He's just so whack. And
he's pretty pathetic.
It's like you're like a rapper, musician who's having beefs with a fucking SNL like cast member. Like, this has nothing to do with anything, and your music kind of sucks for the past, I don't know, 3 albums.
Yeah, he really is a stupid little bitch. And you were right, Jeff. You were right about Venmo, but you're definitely wrong about Kanye.
Well, all right, I won't have this argument again. Fair enough.
Also, I was on Doug Loves Movies again yesterday. I forgot to throw that into my my Valentine's Day wrap-up day.
I retweeted that. I thought that was like, it can't, like, the new Doug Love movies that you were on didn't get released until a while after, but you were on back-to-back Doug Love movies. Did you have to go to San Diego, or did you do it through Zoom?
It was Zoom.
It was a Homes Alone edition.
Yeah. And
gotcha.
Yeah, so I won the previous week, spoiler alert, and got to come back to defend my title as champion. But yeah, so if anybody hasn't heard the 2 most recent episodes, let's fucking flex that Poominati bump and check them out. I gotta say, man, I still am at the point where like I do still get nervous going on other people's shows. I don't fucking know why.
Well, I still get jealous of you going on other people's shows, so it works out.
I'm still oblivious to all of it. So.
Like, I still go on there and trip over my own, trying to get fucking jokes out of my mouth, and then I just butcher them. It's so embarrassing.
You get better every single time. I didn't even notice it really on the last episode. I didn't listen to yesterday's episode, but last week's episode, I thought you were very good on.
Well, thank you. I know you never miss an opportunity to clown me, so I appreciate.
So do you get to return if you win?
Yeah.
Like you get to always defend your title?
Yep.
That's awesome.
And
Imagine
eventually
you just
you
won
get-
your way into just being on Doug. It's Doug and Kevin Loves Movies because you just win every time.
Well, Kevin is the only person other than Doug Benson to ever host the show.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I mean, holy shit, talk about like pissing your pants nerves. I was fucking trembling like a leaf when I had to do that. Like it's one
But
thing
you got
being a
good
guest
reviews for
in
that.
front of a crowd, but hosting somebody else's show that's like a well-established show in front of their fans to be downloaded by legions of their fans, it's like, the fucking stress.
Yeah. And most people are going to probably just shit on you just because they're like super fans of Doug and you're not him.
Exactly.
Which
Yeah.
I don't know if that did. I don't think that happened, right? You did pretty well.
I mean, nobody was mean to me. Nobody like
That's to your
specifically
face.
reached out to me, and targeted
Well,
me
I mean,
and let me
if
know that they hated me.
Twitter would have fucking eaten him alive.
do you mean?
Probably. I feel like if I really ate shit or just came across like a total douchebag, people probably would have let me have it. But maybe I was
that's
just
what I'm saying. If
passable.
you
and-
did bad, you would have known on Twitter.
Right.
Immediately.
But it was, I don't know, it was fun. I love doing it. It's definitely nerve-wracking, and man, I beat myself to fucking death every time I throw a joke out there and I like fuck up the delivery or I like misrepresented the joke I was trying to make. I'm like, oh man, it fucking came out of my mouth all jumbled. It's like that's up there now. I have to fucking live with it, and I'm like red with embarrassment thinking about it. I don't know. I'm probably, it probably doesn't matter if people want to get on Twitter and clown my ass because no one's going to clown me worse than I am.
Yeah, you're your own biggest critic.
Man, there's one in particular that just got me really pissed off.
It's championship medal right there. You can't. No one can be harder on you than you are on yourself.
Yeah.
That's what the alphas say.
Well, Shuddy boy, I guess if you'd like, we can make you happy and do a few.
Voicemails, yay! Let's do it.
God, thank God.
Let's talk to some of our fellow humans. And I believe this is where we left off. Oh, fucking shit!
What's up, NSPH? Quick question for you. I've been listening to the last episode of this week, and you guys were talking about Shuddy's ghost farting. So I was I was wondering, while I'm out delivering these stupid ass Amazon packages, what do you guys think a ghost fart would smell like? Because they don't eat food. Well, I don't know if they would eat like a ghost cheeseburger or something, but I wonder what a ghost fart would smell like. So I'd like to hear one of you guys, or all of you guys, tell me what you guys think a ghost fart would smell like. See you guys later.
Sulfur.
Oh, like the smell of hell is escaping out of their ass?
Yep.
I don't even know what sulfur is.
It's a mammal.
Rotten eggs.
Mammal. Fuck you. I know it's definitely not one of those. Mammals, they all have 4 legs. I know that. Ghosts, which is not a mammal. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he the voicemail makes a good point when he says that they don't eat anything. So like, there's nothing like digestive, if that's even a word that you could add into this commentary. But I don't know, man.
I
I've
have
never-
something similar to the mammal that I think will break Jeff's brain.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know.
Do we want to do it here or do we want to tease the Patreon and do it there?
I mean, I don't even know what you have up your sleeve.
Yeah.
It's something that may break his brain as much as the what is a mammal.
Is it the new McDonald's menu hacks? Because that
No.
kind of broke my brain. I think
No.
that shit is fucking dumb. Do you guys know the deal behind those?
Yes, and I hate it.
Yeah, did we talk about it? The secret menu? Or is this something
maybe
new?
We did.
I love the premise. I hate that you have to put it together yourself.
And they send you like they put an instruction sheet in the bag with a QR code, or it's like a fucking video.
That is
that I did not know.
That's the wackest shit ever. Like, I have to put since when do I have to put the ingredients together? Is there some sort of weird corporate rule that, like, sorry, we can't make your crunchy Big Mac for you, but here's the nuggets to put inside your Big Mac to complete the item?
Well, the worst is if you're getting like the Land, Air, and Sea, which is a Big Mac, a McChicken, and a fillet of fish. They're giving you the McChicken on buns that you're not going to use. They're giving you the fillet of fish on buns you're not going to use, I believe.
No fucking way.
Yeah, I think they're making you pay for the full sandwich.
Yeah. You got to buy all 3 sandwiches and then blend them together according to their directions.
Ooh.
And what are we supposed to say? Thank you? Like, what the? This is a rare. I'm a huge McDonald's fan. This is a rare misstep by them, but this is egregious. This is very disappointing.
This is one of the most epic, boneheaded corporate moves I've ever witnessed in all my years on this planet.
Yeah.
Who in
that's fair.
Like, are the Fry guys now the entire board of directors for McDonald's? Who are these nincompoops you have making important decisions for you?
From a business standpoint, it doesn't make any sense even because they're spending money on those buns that they're giving you to throw away.
But you're paying for the buns, so you're actually
Right.
losing.
Yeah.
Well,
they're
you
spending
are,
their money.
but if they charged a set price, didn't include the buns, they probably could make more profit.
Yeah. I mean, is this McDonald's or fucking IKEA? I have to build this shit myself?
And how it comes with like little instructions. Like, I mean, come on. How retarded do you think I am? Of course I can blend a double cheeseburger and a fucking fillet of fish. I don't need instructions. I want you idiots to do it.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Like, it's
Wow.
ridiculous.
What an epic whiff.
Yeah, I went to McDonald's yesterday for breakfast. None of the menu hack shit. And then I saw that. I was like, well, wait a second. Like, oh, and then it like dawned on me. It's like, oh, the whole menu is just, you just get the sandwiches out of the cart and you have to put it together yourself. Like, what the fuck? I was pissed.
Yeah.
I thought,
how am I going to eat a Land, Sea, and Air while I drive? Put it together.
Yeah, ridiculous. I mean, that's probably not something, even if they did it themselves, like it's not something you could probably eat while driving, but point well made. I thought I was talking about this with someone and someone recently got an Egg McMuffin and they tried to do the menu hack and they just handed them the Egg McMuffin and a hash brown. Maybe that was you, Kevin. Have you gotten McDonald's breakfast in the recent future or the recent memory? Recent past, excuse me.
I have not. It's been a minute since I've gone to McDonald's.
I just pulled a Kevin on Doug Benson.
I mean, it's so weird that it took this long for it to click, but anytime I'm either high or just, you know what, I've been good, it's time for a cheat meal, it's In-N-Out. I was never drinking the In-N-Out Kool-Aid until I discovered that animal style is conducive to my onion-free lifestyle. I thought it was worked into the sauce, but it isn't. You can just say animal style with no onions, and it's fucking exquisite.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know what to say.
The thing that foreigners, non-LA natives, or people that don't have In-N-Out around them don't understand is the fact that it's always fresh. I've been to In-N-Out millions of times at this point, and I've never had an order fucked up. They're always super nice. It's not very fast, but that's usually because it's pretty busy, and there's really no getting around that. And
yeah,
I mean, yeah, like it's always well done, and like you have to. And you unlock like the final piece of this whole thing is you have to find your burger order, something that you just get every time, it. So
mine's double, animal style, no onions, extra pickles. And my wiener's moving just thinking about it right now. My penis is actually
I
wagging
haven't
like a happy
eaten
dog's
anything
tail.
today. All this food talk has me fucking starving.
I go
And you know what else
Three by
is
three.
good about In-N-Out? They don't, when you order animal style, they don't put a burger in your bag, some mustard ketchups, and then tell you to go home and grill it.
Yeah, give you a fucking instruction manual. Yeah, I go 3x3, cooked animal style, sub ketchup, take off the spread, sub it with ketchup, whole grilled onions, no lettuce, no tomato, no pickle.
Wow. That's
Because I like when you do it animal style, they cook the beef in mustard,
yeah.
and I like that.
Me too.
And I don't like the spread.
How can you
So
not
I
like
wanna-
the spread? That spread is so fucking good.
I don't know, it's just like a consistent. I don't like the Big Mac secret sauce. Like I don't like that sauce.
I like how we're just dragging this out to torture Shuddy.
Yeah, like I'm
He's
I'm
just
pretty
like
hungry myself.
he's
dude,
just
so I
looking
hear
around the room like,
Oh, what in here is edible? And do I have any chocolate He-Mans?
it. Imagine he just like grabs something off the fucking
yeah,
the shelf behind him and just starts eating it.
Takes
Like,
that-
wait, that's an edible toy?
grabs the plasma ball off the shelf.
Oh, please be chocolate inside.
the only thing that I have back there that's edible are the Masters of the Universe hot sauces and a bottle of Oshido.
Ooh. If I were you, I would just crack open that bottle of Oshido and just start eating it with a spoon like it's soup.
Yeah, that'll
Because that's an appropriate way to consume Oshido. It is that good. You could just eat it by the spoonful by itself. You're going to be
I do actually
shitting
have
lava.
some stir fried chicken and vegetables that I could put some Oshido on.
Oh hell yeah.
Well,
Kwame's coming out here in like a month or so. We
no shit.
connect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. And go to oshido.com if you'd like to try some of those delicious, delicious sauces.
OHSHITO.com.
4 flavors now, motherfuckers. Beef, chicken, fish, and vegetarian.
Yeah, and if you go on the website, MSPH gets a shout out in the description of the beef flavor.
Yep. Use promo code Poominati to get a discount. I'm not sure the percentages. I forget. 95% discount, I believe.
All right, let's get through a few more of these voicemails, and then Shuddy can go eat.
Hello, Mad Scientist Party Hour. This is Ian from Pittsburgh. Here's my opinion on Shailene Woodley. She's very...
My apologies, real quick, to our previous caller. I would say ghost farts smell like electricity, kind of like static. And if ectoplasm comes out, that counts as a ghost shart.
very cute. She's like the cute girl that works at the piercing place at the mall. You know, that type gets dropped off by her boyfriend. She's real, doesn't talk to many people. She knows she's got it going on. But what makes her really hot to me personally, and it's because I'm mentally ill, is I heard one time on Stern talking about her, and she like makes her own toothpaste, and she doesn't flush her pee, and she does all kinds of crazy hippy dippy shit. And when I hear that, I just want to park my wiener in her and keep it there for a while. So I'm cursed like that. But
Sounds like a terrible
anyways,
curse.
also I called in before. I called in about the Judgment Night soundtrack and went on about music. And
This is
you
the
guys
greatest
talked about
voicemail ever.
Yeah, now
He
he's
said,
hitting Judgment Night.
yeah, gives us a Shailene Woodley take, which is pretty similar to mine. Says he'd park his wiener in her
And leave it there.
and leave it there. And now we're talking about Judgment Night soundtrack. Let him finish.
Oh, if this guy starts talking about Armageddon, I might turn gay.
Yeah, we're gonna do a fucking spinoff podcast. Me and this guy.
this last episode, and the way Kevin is about movies is the way I am about music. So hearing Incubus was great. I'm a little older than you guys, and Science is the best record. And Who to Thank having horns and all that. It's all those bands wanted to be Mr. Bungle. And Mr. Bungle's first record had horns and DJs and all kinds of shit. So that's probably more of what they were going for rather than ska, but I've never heard the original shit, so I don't know. Keep up the good content. I really like listening to you guys. Like I said, I'm a little older. I don't get to hang with my friends as much anymore. Responsibility, kids, all that crap. And this gives me like a one day a week where I get to hang out with my friends again. Because, I have a athletic friend that's like Jeff, calls everybody pussy. He's the pussy himself, I got a friend like that. I got a goofy friend like Kevin, and shit, I got like 5 stoner friends that are like, could form like Voltron to make Shuddy. So,
Wow.
Keep up the good content, and I'll keep listening. I'm good.
Thanks,
Bye.
dude.
Yeah. Ian, you are definitely one of our friends, and it's an honor to have you amongst the Poominati.
Yeah, absolutely. What a voicemail, dude. That was awesome. And I like how he's like, yeah, I really enjoy your podcast because I'm grown up with responsibilities and you guys still don't have that. So, that's pretty much what he alleged. Well, at least me and Kevin, not so much Shuddy.
Well, Shuddy aged out of his responsibilities. I mean,
yeah,
you just
I
have
did
right.
adults. I started young. Yeah, now I get to be carefree.
Plowed right through them. Plowed right through those responsibilities.
I'm out on the other side.
Yeah, it all worked out. None of my kids are in jail.
And I'm still
Winning.
playing with toys.
Yeah, I got the toys, and none of my kids are in jail. Who fucking won Parenthood? That's right, I did.
Here is another voicemail.
Hey, this is Joe in Nebraska, a.k.a. Boba Fetish, and I just finished listening to the latest episode, and I, too, have a shitting my pants on a date story. About 3 years ago, I was on a date with...
I'm glad you paused this here. Since, what was it, 2 weeks ago, when I declared that I have never and will never shit my pants because I'm an adult,
Oh, no.
I've almost shit my pants twice. Luckily, I didn't, but I got the urge where I had to go run to the bathroom or I was going to shit my pants.
So was this you tried to push out a fart and you could tell it had company, or you didn't have to crap and then a moment later you were like, oh, God, here it comes?
The latter of the two.
I hate that. Shuddy and I are only separated by like 6 months in age. Is that the factor? Is like when you're 40, pushing 40, your notification systems are delayed?
I just think that I've been eating exceptionally crappily, exceptionally poorly. And I tempted fate by making such a definitive statement about how I'm an adult. I don't shit my pants. I think that was just,
You're starting a bell curve on that. Actually, you're getting to the point in adulthood where you could shit your pants.
Yeah, is this the regression?
Karma just reminding me that I'm not that far away from my regression point.
Yeah, your ass is reaching its regression point.
Nice, which is a queef or no queef term.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to Joe in Nebraska.
Yeah, well, we need
Boba
to hook
Fetish.
him up with Boba Fetish. We got to hook him up with Katie, who doesn't mind if you shit your pants mid-date. You just clean up and keep going.
Yeah, for real. Oh, oops, hold on. Here we go. No! What happened? Ugh. Where am I?
He deleted it.
On a date story. About 3 years ago, I was on a date with a chick, and we were out eating dinner, and across the street from the restaurant we were at, there was a skating rink. So we decided to go ice skating after we ate. And as we're ice skating around, my stomach starts churning.
Uh-oh.
And then, you don't
want to shit your pants in an ice rink. Then you get like a duty icicle hanging off your ass.
Skating, did a little wobble. Next thing I know, just a little squirt in my pants. So I excused myself, said I need to go find a bathroom. But I tried, playing it as cool as I could. Went into the bathroom, finished. It wasn't a big log. It was just enough of a squirt to make a mess. And then basically, I threw my shorts in the trash, went commando the rest of the date. But while in the bathroom, I cleaned myself up best I could. And believe it or not, I did get laid at the end of the date. So
Yes!
We're married.
There's that. So
Wow. I have to pause his voicemail just so I can switch back to the soundboard and dig out a button we haven't hit in quite some time.
It's been a minute.
In fact, I hope it still fucking exists. Oh, I think I know what category it might be under. Nope, I was wrong. Let's see. How long can you spin your tires for, Kevin? That is an achievement. If you shit your pants on a date and you get laid afterwards, that's like 20 gamer points. Wow, it's been so long since I've played an Xbox console, I don't even remember what they're called.
And you have an Xbox One, don't you? Or you did.
I actually still do. I have the Halo edition. And
I like that you had to think about on if you still had it or not.
well, it's also because they named their fucking console so stupidly. Xbox One is the third one or the fourth one, and Xbox One X, One Xbox Series S, Box One X is the newest one. Come on, Microsoft.
Love your guys' show. Been a fan for a while. Have a great day.
Thank you, Boba Fetish. I mean, what an epic tale. Shout out to your penis. I mean, I would be worried, like, when you actually got down to hooking up with this gal and she takes your pants off and notices that there's no underwear. Is she like, oh, how European of you? Or did you
I was just going to say,
yourself?
how committed then to being do you just be like, oh, I'm always commando? And then every time you see this girl, do you have to go commando?
I'd also be nervous that my butt stinks.
Like, does that... Well, it sounds like he sharted himself more than he full-on shit his pants. That's a fairly reasonable cleanup to do in a men's restroom, especially if they have paper towels versus just an accelerator hand dryer.
You could do a DIY wet wipe and wipe your poopy fanny.
Yep. Use some hand soap.
Does she notice if you're going back to your place? And then you can just say, I woke up and I put my shorts in the hamper, or my boxers in the hamper. Right? If you go back to her place and then there's only your pants on the ground, it's like, well, maybe that's when the conversation could happen, but maybe she just doesn't notice if you're at her place or your place. Does that make any sense?
Know. I mean, I know it's been a while since you've had sex, Jeff.
Yeah.
But I feel like she would have known that his underwear were not there prior to them being on the floor.
Why? You could be in the dark and it's not something she would maybe notice.
I dated a girl
in the dark and you take your clothes off in the dark, she might not notice like you're missing your boxers.
I dated a girl like 20 years ago who was a commando enthusiast. Just hated underwear, never wore them, and always rocked jeans, which I would always assume that like an unprotected cookie in a pair of tight jeans would be uncomfortable.
An unprotected schlong in a pair of jeans sounds terrible.
Yeah. Jeans zippers have very sharp teeth. It's a frightening mechanism to whatever genitals you have in your pants.
Yeah.
I don't
recommend going commando, but
no. I mean, it's almost like your underwear in that scenario on that date. That was like your reserve parachute. So like, you shit your undies, like you sharted and ruined your undies, but that's your mulligan. You cannot shit yourself again. You cannot continue to shart.
You only get one shart.
Yeah, because you can't just excuse yourself once again, skate backwards so she doesn't see the stain on your butt, and then walk out like Jeff does when we start the podcast, just Donald Ducking it. It's like, wow, you are very European, aren't you?
Super Euro.
Shuddy and I and Dom and our crew one time stayed at this place in Ocean City that had a roller rink or an ice skating rink in the lobby. And I was hell-bent on doing a stunt there where I ate a bunch of X-Lax, ran out there naked, got some speed, and then sat down and just while I was sliding on the ice, just poop. And luckily, I think my alcoholism got the better of me.
No, it wasn't the alcoholism. It was It was one time when I talked you out of something because.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because we rolled into this hotel on New Year's weekend. We literally rolled in 18 people deep for 3 hotel rooms with about 6 30-packs of Miller Lite. And everybody in the hotel was parents with small children other than us.
Oh,
And-
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It
And
wasn't a good set or a good spot to
I
do
looked
the
at you and
stunts.
I was like, I don't even think we make it through this night before getting thrown out of here.
much less
because-
if I poop on the ice skating
Yeah.
rink.
Pooping on the ice rink definitely would not have gone over well. But yeah, that was a bananas trip. There were like people sleeping in bathtubs. We had so many people crammed in the
That was
room.
me. I slept in a bathtub to get away from your snoring.
No, that was in other rooms also. When they had like one of the other rooms had like 8 people staying in it because the 3 girls got their own room and then the 15 dudes had to share the 2 other rooms.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Like, it was fucking wild.
Did anyone make it into the girls' room?
And there was only 3 rooms because Kevin and I decided at the last minute to go and got our own room. And then everybody else ended up cramming and splitting because the girls decided that they wanted their own room because there were 3 now.
I don't know about anybody else, but I did not get lucky on that trip.
History says that there was some shenanigans that occurred that caused a little bit of drama that you were in the heart of.
Me? Oh wow, I don't even remember. this.
Can we hear more about this or what? Would Rant be mad?
I mean, she knows I didn't come out of a monastery right before we dated.
Didn't you make out with somebody that someone else liked?
Oh, what was
That
his
someone
name,
was
Kevin?
real into?
Who's that guy you made out with, Kevin?
Oh, you son of a bitch! Who did I make out with? I feel like if we do first names, we're not gonna. Or are we?
Tina.
You can use. No, that was a different. That was a different trip. That was
Oh, okay.
that was
my
at
mistake.
somebody's house, and I'm leaving this intentionally vague.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
But that was around that time period, I
Okay.
feel like.
Yikes! How do we even transition out of that? Yeah, here's another voicemail.
Let's just do it.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. It is shitballs calling you hammered again. I got hammered again tonight. I'm sorry. But I will say that you, MSPH, and Jason Ellis show, the new podcast, is probably some of the best podcasting I've ever heard in my entire life. It's better than Joe Rogan. I don't see how you guys are not famous yet, like super famous. But I don't know if
You
this
and
will
Katie
be
need
a
to get
random
together.
brain question, but
Oh. Okay. Random brain question.
But real quick, before you hit the button, Jeff, how many people are you going to pawn off on Katie?
I'm saying
Just everyone.
I'm saying though, if we, I didn't mean as like a romantic thing. I meant as like a MSPH marketing team.
Okay. Just every time some dude says something nice, you're like, you should get with Katie.
Yeah, maybe was that the first voicemail? Because that was very
No, she was-
complimentary. Now I just have that stuck in my head.
First email.
Right, email, excuse me.
All right, let's cue up shitballs.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for today's random brain question.
I mean, with production value like that alone, how are we not gigantic megastars with a star on the Walk of Fame?
I think it's because our social media game is weak.
That's true. Yeah, we need an intern.
what do you guys think about, Kevin, I know you can do this, talking to Jason and bringing both of your guys' podcasts on to at least one episode of the Jason Ellis Show?
I love that's his random brain question. I love that idea. I love it.
Well, he is wasted.
I love it.
Because that shit would be hilarious. Like, I can't live without either one of your shows. Like, I love them. So what do you think about maybe trying to put Mad Scientist Party Hour and Jason Ellis show together and being one big fucking orgy of hilarious podcasting? I don't know. I might be stupid, but I think it would be a good idea. Talk to Jason Ellis and see if you guys could do it at least once, because I would love to hear that. It would be hilarious. And just to listen to fucking Shuddy not say a goddamn thing because he's a pussy. But later, buddy.
I don't think that part was necessary.
Stray fired out at Shuddy as he departs. Yeah, what would Jason Ellis feel? How would he feel about the Mad Scientist Ellis Hour?
I don't know. I mean, I understand why somebody would want such a thing. Like, if we're your two favorite podcasts, why wouldn't you want a crossover episode? It's just that's a lot of people on mic at the same time. The shows are similar, but they're still very different to where I don't know how it would work, to be honest with you. I think the dynamics would, like, certain things would cancel each other out. And it might be like that one time when I was in college all stoned and I was like, you know what? I really like ramen and I also really like popcorn. I'm going to mix the two.
What if we did it like a game show where it was Jeff and I against Jason and Tully?
In what?
And then you were like the host because you're the common denominator. And it was just like a trivia show or something.
Do like a password?
Yeah, or 10,000, something like that.
Yeah, I could see that working. Like, I honestly think password would probably be the funniest. Like where you get handed a word on a index card and you have to give one word clues at a time. And if like Tully gives Jason a one-word clue and he doesn't get it, it goes to Shuddy, and Shuddy has to give Jeff another one-word clue to try and guess it. And I mean, that alone, Shuddy and Jeff being on a team together in a round of password, I think would be hysterical.
I think this has legs.
Shuddy's like, mammal. And Jeff's like, fish.
Yeah, Kevin, work on a presentation, a little PowerPoint, pitch deck, and get it in front of Jason's eyes.
This could be part of the episode 600 festivities at Pooh Fest, April 420 weekend 2023.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, as long as Shuddy Boy survives the stroke he's currently having.
I don't know why saying April 20th, 2023 was so difficult for me.
It's a bit of a tongue twister. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, man. We got to go. But I mean, thank you everybody who called in and wrote emails. Like, sure, we're not the biggest podcast in the world, but having motherfuckers like you guys listening is well worth the price of admission. It is an honor, not a chore, to do this every week for you guys. So we are beyond happy that you guys enjoy listening to us goof on each other and talk about poop and farts for 2 hours a week. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all the support. Tell a friend. Maybe that will put us over the top. Maybe that'll get us where we're going. If not, this is fun. We've already been doing this 11 years, so fuck it.
And if you're in Kevin's family, get the rest of your family to listen as well.
How dare you? How fucking dare you? If you need more MSPH in your life, though, I do strongly recommend checking out our Patreon. I know it's an uphill battle trying to get people to pay for content these days, but I assure you it's worth your time and your money. We do an extra podcast every week, anywhere from like 35 minutes to an hour long. And then, the $10 tier has the video aspect of that and all of our individual shows. I think the 65th episode of What the Fuck Did I Just Watch with Shuddy and Dom just went up. There's over 100 episodes of Kevin's Nerd Hole. There's 50 episodes of Queef or No Queef. or no, 50 episodes of Supermarket Queefs. My apologies. I think there's 15 episodes of Queef or No Queef, an entire season of Crafter Jeff Shuddy edition, countless snack attacks, countless between two flushes. There's tons available. So check it out. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffro Records.
Check out Bet Slippin' Podcast. If you want to hear Jeff talk some shit on sports betting.
Yeah, dude.
If you want to shoot us an email, madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. Voicemails, 201-472-0139. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, see the video aspect of all this shit. And I don't know. Am I forgetting anything, Shuddy Boy?
Nope.
Well, I guess there's only one thing left to say, and that's until next time, something.